Senators John Thune and Mike Rounds and Representative Dusty Johnson were all under one roof yesterday. They spoke at Dakota Fest as part of the South Dakota Ag Policy Forum.
One of the topics that was brought up was how current immigration policies impact the agriculture workforce, including challenges with the H-2A program.
We've got to find a better way to make the H-2A work for folks in South Dakota as well. We talked to a lot of people out there. They're frustrated by the amount of paperwork that goes into it, but also by the fact that unless you've got a whole series of folks to where you can stair-step them, you're not going to have the outside help.
There was also discussion about the pros and cons of the current tariffs and trade negotiations.
The Sioux Falls City Council has passed an ordinance that bans tents, dwellings, or encampments in public places.
The ordinance requires any personal items taken from the camps to be put in temporary storage.
The city doesn't have storage units at this time, so we're working through that. We're hoping that we can engage the community in this to say, hey, we want to be involved in this. We don't want to see someone lose all their belongings. That's not our intention either. And so we're hoping to partner with an organization or one of the shelters, whatever that looks like.
According to Treasure, a violation of the ordinance would be similar to what happens when someone has alcohol in a park or goes skateboarding downtown, with an arrest or jail time unlikely.
The state says core services have been restored after a power outage at the state data center. Internet access, phone systems, and more are back online.
The issue affected many state services, such as the court system and the Attorney General's office. The Minnehaha County Treasurer's office had to turn people away because it couldn't process vehicle registrations and renewals.
The treasurer told KELOLAND News Wednesday morning that she was expecting an influx of people once the system started working.
Keep that in mind too when you come down. Be patient. The lines are going to be a little bit longer, but this is beyond our control.
As of Wednesday afternoon, the Bureau of Information and Technology was working on bringing all systems back online. The outage was not because of a cyber attack.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Another hot day on the way, Scott.
Yeah, one more. We'll have temperatures 80s, 90s, 100s, some thick humidity again today. And as a front moves through, we will interact with that humidity with showers and thunderstorms. We've already seen that across northwestern South Dakota this morning. We'll have a high of 90 today in Sioux Falls, 87 Aberdeen, 100 in Pierre, and 90 in Rapid City. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Students made their return to the classroom on Wednesday at Brandon Valley, where the district is already looking ahead to the next school year. A pair of construction projects are currently underway, including Berkman Valley Elementary on the east edge of Brandon.
Superintendent Jared Larson says the Board of Education authorized about $36 million in capital outlay certificates for the project at no cost to taxpayers.
The Brandon Valley School District, in terms of bang for their buck, we really knocked this one out of the park, and what we thought we were going to spend on solely an elementary school, we're able to obtain an elementary school, a great classroom addition at Brandon Valley Middle School, and then also improve some operational items.
The bid for Berkman Valley came in under budget at $23 million, allowing the district to add 10 classrooms, new athletic and kitchen facilities, and expanded parking at the middle school.
The new elementary school and middle school will open their additions in the fall of 2026.
Students attending Terry Redland Elementary in Sioux Falls are set for today's start to the school year after attending this week's back-to-school bash.
The event included free haircuts and photos for the students. And for third grader Kaysen Dunlap, it was also a chance to reconnect with classmates and even staff following a summer off.
Hi, Miss Megan.
Hi, buddy.
Kaysen admitted he's not ready to go back to school yet.
But an event like this that included free backpacks helps students like Kaysen get the year off to a strong start.
Yankton police had to once again wrangle some animals, but it wasn't chickens this time. Officials say 4 patrol cars worked together to wrangle a loose steer Wednesday morning.
Authorities shared these pictures of the wrangling. You can see an officer following the animal. Yankton police joked on Facebook that the officer was promoted to Master Wrangler.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we track your weather here today, well, a couple things we're going to be watching, the chance of some thunderstorm development. A lot of this is forecast to develop tonight. So during the day part forecast, there is a cold front. There'll be a little bit on radar, but we don't see widespread thunderstorms just yet. So I do want to caution you there on the timing of that. Let's dig into the details. So here we go. We'll start with the mid-morning weather map. We've got some thunderstorm activity, or at least some showers in the northwest. The wind is switching to the northwest in Bison and Buffalo and those areas of northwest South Dakota, up in Harding and Perkins County. We've got Pierre today forecast near 100. We think Aberdeen will be in the upper 80s. Sioux Falls probably close to 90. Later on this afternoon. And then we'll be watching these storms. Now, a couple of areas to watch. One would be in eastern Wyoming. There appears to be some high base storms that'll come in out of that area affecting the Black Hills and Rapid City. So that's in the forecast late this evening. Some separate thunderstorm areas in the northeast, and that would come in again late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And I think Sioux Falls, while we may not see much of that initially, there could easily be some activity that brushes southward during the course of the morning hours. Then we'll kind of regroup and see if a few more of these start hitting the radar sweeps by late afternoon and into Friday evening. And then, of course, at that point, the focus is mostly in southern Ketherland. This shows a broken line of storms from Mankato, Albert Lee, all the way through Sioux Falls to Winter to Hot Springs. So it seems like that would be the best forcing for that. Again, it's not a solid line of storms, but it represents probably the best shot at rain, as once the front sweeps through, it sweeps the humidity out. And then here we go, a taste of fall-like weather. I'll use that term. I think it will feel fall-like. Some 60s in the afternoon in the northeast around Sisseton and Watertown. Sioux Falls still can make it up in the low 70s, but it's definitely going to feel more like September. Overnight lows are going to tumble 40s and 50s by Sunday morning, and even cooler by Monday morning. So get ready for that. Today, though, another hot one. 91 Mitchell, 97 today in Chamberlain. We'll end on your 7 days, and here we go. 70s for highs. Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. Dry weather throughout that period of time, and lows here in the 40s early next week. Aberdeen, a lot of 40s coming in line there by early next week for lows. Highs at this point, we're still going to go a little bit above 70, but I wouldn't be too surprised if one or two of those somewhat fall short of 70 degrees. Pierre in central South Dakota, mid to upper 70s, Saturday, Sunday. And here we go into Pierre, now Rapid City. Looks like a couple thunderstorm chances, obviously, to deal with tomorrow. And again, maybe early Saturday morning, but it's definitely going to cool off.